Even Congress can't figure out who bought nearly $1 billion worth of land near one of the Air Force's most sensitive bases. A secretive group called Flannary Associates continues to buy land up around Travis Air Force Base, and nobody can figure out where the group is getting its money. And Flannary Associates is doing a lot to hide it.
A shadow company purchased 52,000 acres of land for a lot more than it's worth. And I mean a lot more. They paid close to $1 billion. It's obvious this mystery company is willing to do whatever it takes to be right next door to the top secret military base. But the thing that I don't understand is, why? The scary part is that local politicians, the federal government, and even the US military doesn't know why either. That's kind of spooky. Let's learn more.
It's described as the most massive yet mysterious land purchase encroaching one of the most critical military bases in the U.S., and no one knows why.
This mysterious entity is unwilling to disclose to anyone, local, state, or federal, what it is they're doing and why they're doing it.
Today, we are jumping into a weird case that has captured the attention of federal investigators and left high-ranking military personnel scratching their heads. This company has invested nearly $1 billion in land purchases near a California Air Force base, raising serious national security concerns. But the big question remains, who exactly is behind Flannary Associates, and where are they getting all this money from? We're going to try to answer those questions. But there is even a congressman willing to go on the record to say that he is very worried about what this company is potentially up to.
It's clear that a serious investigation is underway, and they should be. This just doesn't make any financial sense. It makes no sense for any business, given the multiple, maybe 5 times, 10 times the normal price of land in this area.
Flannary Associates, LLC surfaced in 2018 and got right to it, secretly beginning their land purchases, which have been ramping up slowly since 2018, but escalated greatly in 2023. They are now the largest landowner in the county by a very wide margin. Sources have revealed that they now control 3 sides of the critical Travis Air Force Base. But who exactly are they, and how do they have the means to pay 5 to 10 times more than the land's market value? And why do they want to even pay that much? What are they up to?
We've been raising the alarm for about the last 18 to 2 months now. The purchases started slow, and the county didn't pay too much attention. The Air Force Base didn't pay much attention. But now we do know that the base is surrounded on 3 sides. That's been apparent for nearly, almost 2 years now. And the 52,000 acres in the area has been purchased. We also know that they're paying substantially more, multiples, sometimes 5, in some cases 10 times what land in that area once was sold for. And very interestingly, several of the ranchers in that area did not want to sell their land. They had a family heritage, and Flannary and Associates decided they would sue the landowners because apparently the landowners were talking amongst themselves, what's going on here? And they were suing them for constraint of trade by refusing to sell their land. Now, that's a very novel lawsuit. But the result of it is the families had to defend themselves in federal court, and 2 of them simply said, we cannot afford the lawyers to defend ourselves, and they have subsequently sold their land.
The National Foreign Investment Risk Review Office is investigating Flannary Associates' land acquisitions, which total approximately 52,000 acres zoned for agricultural use near Travis Air Force Base. Federal officials admit that they can't confirm or deny the group's claims about its US-based investors, leading to growing concerns about potential foreign involvement.
Doesn't make sense. That just really doesn't. They're not farmers. So whatever they are, I know what they aren't. Their intention isn't to grow olive trees. it feels nefarious to need all of the land to the point where you're, gonna sue someone to intimidate them to sell to you. Those aren't farmers. What makes it scary, I guess, is that we know nothing about them, nothing about their intentions.
With so little information about Flannary Associates, some lawmakers are not ruling out the possibility that this group could have ties to foreign enemies, such as Russia or China.
If you're watching this video, you most likely have huge interest in buying land. Whether you're looking for land for a glamping business, an off-grid cabin, somewhere to park a tiny home, or maybe even to build your dream home, we have to talk. The question I'm always asked is, where are some great places to find land that are trusted, but also won't break the bank, like the billion-dollar land purchase Flannary Associates is up to? Well, that's where the sponsor of today's video comes into play. Discount Lots is different than any other website out there. For starters, their customers don't pay commissions or fees. They even have a month-to-month payment plan that allows you to buy the land and pay as little as $240 a month with no credit check. That's insane. It's fast, simple, and most of all, it makes land buying affordable. Follow the link in the description, check out what they have in stock, click a button, and you're done. The Discount Lots team will handle everything from there. Don't forget to use my discount code for 10% off of land. That's right, I'm hooking you guys up with 10% off of land that you will own for the rest of your life.
I promise I am not some crazy pro-American nutcase. I'm just stating the facts on this one, so just hear me out. This wouldn't be the first time Chinese-owned projects near sensitive military locations have raised red flags. In North Dakota and Michigan, Chinese-owned entities attempted land acquisitions near Air Force bases, drawing pushback from local communities and sparking national security concerns.
Foreign ownership of American land is a hot-button issue, especially when it comes to China. The people of Grand Forks, North Dakota, recently took a bold step to stop such a purchase.
A letter from the Air Force saying that they have national security concerns, and at that point, the city took action to stop the project.
The Fufeng Group wanted to build a wet corn mill here. The property is about 12 miles from the Grand Forks Air Force Base. Assistant Secretary of the Air Force Andrew Hunter wrote, "The proposed project presents a significant threat to national security, with both near and long-term risks of significant impacts to our operations in the area." Critics have raised concerns of espionage over allegations the Fufeng Group has direct ties to the Chinese Communist Party. U.S. Senator Kevin Cramer of North Dakota did not mince words.
If you look at the CEO, the president of Fufeng, is in fact a very active member of the CCP, and he's received high recognition for being a model member of the CCP. So it's not just one sort of fringe element. This really is very intertwined.
While Fufeng officials deny the plant would be used for espionage, North Dakota State Representative Eric James Murphy had suspicions about the land purchase and supports the Air Force's assessment.
I share their concern, right? I think the biggest thing is you have to ask yourself, why Grand Forks? Why not Fargo? We're at the very northern edge of corn. Okay, yeah, you get some corn, but yield really starts going down as the further north you go. And there's some missions at our Air Force Base that aren't really publicized that are very, 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 very important to our national security, and they're also very important to maintain the secrecy.
I mean, just last year, a Chinese company bought 384 acres of land. That's nearly twice the size of New York City. They bought this land near Grand Forks Air Force Base in North Dakota. That base hosts sensitive drone technology, and the company spent nearly $2.1 billion just to be near it. A lawyer for Flannary told the Journal the company is controlled by U.S. nationals and that 97% of its invested capital is from American investors, while the rest is from British and Irish sources. Now, don't get me wrong, that could be true, but that is exactly what someone would say if they were lying. The lawyer stated, "No foreign person or group of foreign persons holds any significant interest or substantial control over Flannary. either now or at the time of any land purchases made by Flannary. Any speculation that Flannary's purchases are motivated by the proximity to Travis Air Force Base is unfounded. But again, lawmakers and top officials have looked into those statements that the lawyer made and have told the general public that they cannot confirm or deny these claims. A 2019 report from the U.S. Department of Agriculture showed the country of China itself owned at least 192,000 acres of U.S. agricultural land. If you don't know the significance and why all these rich people and rich investors are buying up so much agricultural land here in America, check the video on the screen. I dig into that a little bit more. Also, with that statement, I do want to add the caveat. China is not the largest foreign investor that owns the most amount of land in America. There are other countries that own way more.
According to the Agriculture Department, Canada topped the list in 2021, owning 31% of all foreign-owned farming acreage. As for China, not including the recent Fufeng Group purchase, the country owns nearly 384,000 acres, which amounts to about 0.9% of the total.
Here's the bad part. After 8 months of investigation, the real intentions of Flannary Associates remains elusive. A representative from the firm claims that families looking to diversify their portfolios, including agricultural land, formed the company. But the congressman is still skeptical, questioning these seemingly implausible explanations. So these are the type of videos that I hate creating because there is no true end. What is Flannary Associates up to at the time of recording? Myself and the US government have no clue. Where did Flannary Associates get all the money to buy the land is my biggest question. They need to follow the money back to its source and we'll find our answers. Is it Russia? Is it China? Is it some crypto billionaire? We don't know. Let me know down in the comments what you think. And if you'd like to learn more about how to buy land or make money from land, check out the videos on the screen right now. Stay blessed.